Episode 10 starts with Floryn doing paperwork when she's visited by her father. I'm sorry to bother you while you're looking busy. I'm not just looking busy, I am busy. I've been put in charge of the village's accounting. That aside, what brings you here so late? The thing is, our princess is gathering troops and preparing to go on a military campaign. Why would she be doing something that absurd? While you've been gone, some of her followers have taken the opportunity to fill her head with half-truths. And by followers, you mean the second daughter of the Grinch family, fourth daughter of the Bugao family, and the second daughter of the Maman Rose family. Aren't those simpletons the trio of politically powerful idiots? So where exactly are they planning to attack? This village. What are they eating that's giving them such ridiculous ideas? Besides, I've given them plenty of reports, haven't I? They should know how ridiculously powerful this village is. I think the reports were so ridiculous that they started to seem unrealistic. I tried to have the Demon Lord put a stop to this, but he's far too soft on his daughter. Then do you think it's best if I go convince them to stop? They'd be expecting that. It would cause them to view you as an enemy of the demonic kingdom. Then what should I do? I just need you to stop their invasion. By the way, when are they mobilizing? Tomorrow. Tomorrow? Their forces number 300 men. I was thinking that maybe if we asked someone from this village to rout their forces, they'd give up and go home. Sure. However, if we're careless about which villagers find out about them, it would likely end with the violent destruction of the demonic kingdom. That would be a problem. So basically, I just need to show them the difference in military might, without actually mobilizing the village's forces, right? We then see a big thing of dust. Please, spare our lives. Have mercy. Are we done already? They're really going to give us 10 boxes of apples just for this? Do you think maybe we should punish them just a little more? So who are those girls that have been standing there frozen solid? They're from the demonic kingdom, and they'd like to move here. They had a complete change of heart and are all ready to work themselves to death. I mean, they're ready to work like their lives depend on it. Okay. But still. They kind of seem like they've given up. Almost like they've accepted that their lives are over or something. They'll be fine. They're all acquaintances of mine. So, for the time being, I plan to have them working for me. In the event that they plan to do something to harm the village, please don't hesitate to have them disposed of. I won't mind at all. Now that that's out of the way, who's that other girl over there? She's here to observe for a while. I'd like to show her how things work here in the village. My name is Yuri. Apparently she was worried about my living conditions here in our village. You don't need to give her any special treatment. Please put her to work with the understanding that she'll be gone soon. How does she expect me to do that? Can you show them around town? Thank you, just leave it to me. Listen up. If you all put in some honest work here, your transgressions against the village will be forgiven. That said, I think in the interest of keeping this little incident a secret from the rest of the villagers, it would be wise of you to all not divulge your identities. In other words, princess. Yeah? You won't receive any special treatment here. As long as you're in this village, you will be plain old Yuri. That won't be a problem. It's been a long time since I've been called by that name. Now then, let's get started with our tour of the village. So these fruits are turned into alcohol? These plants grow from inside the water? This contraption moves not with magic, but with the power of water? Who are you? Oh my, look how fluffy you are. So fluffy. These are apples, right? I had no idea they grew on trees like this. Oh, do we have visitors? I've never eaten apples except for at parties at the castle. I ate them every day at home. At my house, we used to have the merchants search for them and buy them up, even when they were in short supply. Are those girls nobles or something? Yeah, something like that. If we can take over this village, it'll be the biggest moneymaker for our kingdom. Dispose. Never mind, it's nothing. Nice to meet you. I'm Lastus Moon of the Dragons. Please call me Lasty. Nice to meet you, Lasty. She's awfully cute for a dragon. I know we were forced to stay here, but it's still absurd that nobles of the demonic kingdom are living in the middle of nowhere like this. We'll be the laughingstock of the country when we return. Let's wait for a chance and then escape. It's now night and they jump over the wall. However, they run into the infernal wolves and faint. The next day, they try and sneak out again, but are confronted by one of the spiders and pass out again. Have you learned your lesson? Yes, we promise. We'll work like our lives depend on it. Just please don't dispose of us. Looks like they're really working hard. They're actually a big help. Now I can split up the mountain of office work I have to deal with. I'll be happy if I can keep them working like this as part of the town hall. That's an infernal wolf, isn't it? Is it alright to be petting it like that? Yeah, it's fine. Even though a single infernal wolf is said to be dangerous enough to cause serious damage and harm to any city it enters, they're really cute when they're like this. I'm supposed to throw this? Yeah, they love it. She throws it and they all latch onto it. I wonder if I'll get used to this. Eventually. This village really has been nothing but surprises. I can't believe a world like this exists outside of the demonic kingdom. I'm pretty sure this is a very rare exception. No, I was just very ignorant of the outside world. I tried to bring war and conflict to such a wonderful, peaceful place. Anyone who takes up arms against this place should expect to find themselves on the receiving end of a dragon's fire breath. Indeed they should. To be honest, I thought the intel about the dragons living in this village was a lie meant to deceive us. I warned everyone not to get involved with this village. The Demon Lord should have warned you against it as well. So why did you do it? It's your fault. You just vanished from the demonic kingdom one day. I heard that you'd become a hostage, and I was worried about you. Princess, my name is Yuri. Stop acting like we haven't been friends since we were children. You stopped talking to me when you needed help, and then before I knew it, everything from you was princess this and princess that. I'm sorry, Yuri. I'll keep you in the loop from now on. Now then, let's head back. It's almost time to eat. Okay. This office work is really hard, but the food here is great. We don't have to worry about any stressful political conflicts. I was worried that they might have trouble adjusting to life here. They've already fully adapted. Are these the new girls? Yeah. You've been at that height all day, haven't you? Yeah, my transformation magic hasn't really been working. I'm sure it'll get better soon. I see. I know, right? The children are building a castle. Oh, it's Big Sis. Let me help out with all the farm work too. She's going to do manual labor? That's work for commoners. Please stop this, princess. Princess? Wasn't that a secret? Never mind. Disposal. Now then, I want you all to join me and help. But our specialty is office work. Don't worry, we'll show you how. Then they're pulling up crops, harvesting wheat. Sarah is handing out lunch. The kids are taking a nap. I learned a lot from you all during my time here in this village. You're leaving already? I'm sorry. I promised to come visit. Here. They're made from the wheat that we harvested together. Thank you very much. Flo, don't forget to come visit. Yeah. Thank you too, Mayor. Yeah, safe travels. By the way, are you not all coming home? There are still things for us to learn in this village, and there's still a ton of work to do. We haven't repaid anyone's kindness yet. Therefore, we must remain here. Please stop eating, at least while you're talking. We should depart now. Okay. I'll see you again sometime, everyone. It looks like she enjoyed her time here. Yeah. Hey, Bizo. Yeah? It's about Yuri. Ever since she returned to the castle, she seemed a bit different. It's like she's grown dignified all of a sudden. She looks so busy every day. Even if I try to have a conversation with her, she doesn't really make time for me. It seems that the princess will begin to take an interest in politics and diplomacy before long. Daughters tend to grow into adults before their parents realize it. Don't tell me. She met a man? Who is he? I, the great demon lord, Galgardo, will tear him apart myself. That attitude is going to make her hate you one day. More importantly, it's time for a meeting. Let's go and show her what a cool father you can be. Okay, I get it. Leave it to me. A short while after Yuri left, we began our pre-winter crop harvest, and this was the result. When did all of this happen? We harvested so much that this here is just what wouldn't fit into the storage. I'm happy we had a great harvest, but still, this is a lot more than what we were expecting. In that case, would it be alright if we sent some of the extra to my father? Yeah, let's do that. Can we send some to my parents too? That's fine by me, but who are your parents? From my perspective, they're granddad and grandmom. My father lives in the northern continent, while my mother lives in the south, so it's going to be a bit out of the way. There are dragons living in the north and south? Might they be the Emperor Dragon Doze and the Hurricane Dragon Rymelin? You're exaggerating. Is that really what you guys call them? I never imagined the dragons were all connected like this. Those are some pretty intense names. First, Elasti stopped by Drime's place to drop off the food we were sharing with him, and then she continued on to Shashato City to drop off the crops we were sending there. Apparently, Michael asked her to exterminate a monster that has been attacking the trade vessels. Sure. She beats it up. Hey, guess what? I got to take some meat home as thanks for taking care of that monster. This is definitely that Chonko stuff you were talking about, Mayor. That means we're having Chonko hot pot tonight. Okay. Meanwhile, Hakoden headed north. On her way back, she found some people that wanted to move to our village. I'm Ya, the leader of this group. Dark elves? Huh? We were referred to as mountain elves. Oh, that's my mistake. Please forget about it. They can all use fire, and they're meat eaters too. I see. Normally, we live up in the mountains. But as of late, it's become harder for us to find food. They seemed like they were having some trouble. So I thought things might be easier for them if they came and lived here. I understand. What should we do? I understand that no one really has the leeway to help out strangers these days. If we're causing you any trouble, we'll leave right away. No, that's not what I meant. I was only trying to think up a plan in a hurry. We need to figure out where you'll sleep until we build you a house, and other stuff like that. I was just thinking about who I'll have to talk to so I can sort everything out. Does that mean? Yeah. If you're okay with living here, we're happy to have you. Thank you so much. We're fine sleeping on the ground here. We can't have that. And so, the group of mountain elves became residents of our village. At the very least, we'll catch some good food on our own. After all, we're excellent hunters. They set a trap, but they lose to a bunny. And they make an improved trap, but they lose to the boar. I'm terribly sorry we couldn't be more use to you. Are you okay? Isn't there something wrong with this forest? You think so too. If it's too much for you, please don't hurt yourselves. You're very kind, Mayor. What's that you're trying to work on? I was hoping it would be possible to make some pottery in the village. I see. And now we bake it after it's dry. But it shatters. I guess the soil here just won't work. We'll have to go look for clay somewhere. Would you allow me the honor of finding it for you? We come from the mountains, and as such we understand the earth and what lies within it. I see. But isn't it dangerous to go searching the area? As long as I don't have to fight, I'll be quite alright. I'm confident in my ability to flee. Just promise me you'll be careful. A short while later. Wow, this is great. I did my best. I wonder if we can make cups and plates and stuff. Of course, just leave it to me. We see Zabuton holding up children's clothes. They found another dungeon? Yeah, it's a different one from where the Lamia live. Ya found the entrance to the new dungeon up north near the mountains. I'd like your permission to send a survey party there. But what if it's dangerous? That's one reason why we need to survey the area and learn more. I see. Just don't do anything too drastic. We're heading off now. While the survey team was off investigating the dungeon, the men's bathhouse was finally finished. The dwarves and the lizardmen can use it, and so can Drime when he visits. The kids then jump in and start swimming around. Well, I don't mind how lively it is here. Remember, you need to make sure to wash yourselves before getting in here. Okay. What exactly do you think you're all doing here? We thought this was the women's bathhouse. I won't get mad, so tell me the truth. You're about to get really mad at us, aren't you? Well, we were hoping that maybe we could wash the mayor's back for him. We thought it would be a good chance to get closer to him. Listen up. We're all the absolute lowest ranking members in this village. You can't expect to slip by everyone else and sneak your way to the top. You know what'll happen if you try something like that, right? Please just don't let them dispose of us. This is your last warning. Before long, the dungeon survey party had returned. What is this? You're all here. We should send an extermination party to the dungeon up north. Is something there a problem? We confirmed the presence of a blood viper inside. We absolutely must have its meat. The survival of our clan depends on us getting a hold of it. Is it really that important? Blood viper meat is said to be extremely valuable. Eating it makes your body overflow with vitality, and improves husband-wife relations. It's also said to bless you with children. She imagines a baby with Hiraku, and gets embarrassed. Well, it's almost winter. Let's talk it over with the whole village before we set out to hunt it. And so autumn faded away as winter began to approach. Then one day, Hiraku enters a room. I never thought I'd see you, of all people, bedridden. What a strange sight. Are you okay? I heard you weren't feeling well. I'm fine, it's nothing serious. I might have just caught a cold. Isn't mixing up different kinds of medicines your specialty? I never tried making a medicine for myself before this. Don't look at me like that. It's just a little bit of nausea and a slight fever. I'm sure I'll be fine if I rest for a little while. I hope that's all it is. This might be a long shot, but have you found yourself craving sour foods lately? Now that you mention it, I don't really have an appetite, but I'm still able to eat tomatoes and fruits. There was someone in Howling Village who said the same thing. Lucy, have you really not figured it out yet? And that person, what happened to them? We congratulated them on a baby. Hiraku freaks out. Then the episode ends. Some personal thoughts. I didn't realize the Lamia were that strong or big. They were towering over the soldiers when they were scaring them. I wonder what meeting the Demon King is going to attend, because we don't really know much about him or the kingdom in general. It could be with the advisors, and they're going to explain to him just how overpowered Hiraku's village is, and how pretty strong they are now with their trade connections. I'm curious to how Lucy got pregnant, because they never really hinted at her and Hiraku being intimate with each other. I hope it's not just, oh, she just happened to get pregnant. I assume we'll find out more about that next episode. I hope they don't just brush over it. After Lucy, I have a feeling that Tia is going to be the next one to get pregnant, if another one does. Another good episode. I'm looking forward to next week, but that's about it. So yeah.